Okay, and then Susie, I'll let you do the roll call.
Okay, Board Member Reister?
Present.
Board Member Doyle?
Present.
Board Member Cease?
Present.
Board Member Waitman?
Present.
He's got to state where he is.
Oh, and state what location you are in, Eric?
I'm present in my office in Lowell.
In Lowell. Sure, yeah. Board Member DeVoe?
Present.
And where are you located, Julie?
Oh, my building across the, here, on Main Street.
In Lowell. Chair Reagan?
Present at 207 West Main Street.
Okay, and we have board
There we
members
go, that's what I should have said.
DeVore, Springer, and Davis are all absent.
And we need a motion to approve the absences.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second, Eric.
Okay, all those in favor, signify, Susie, you gotta do a roll call again.
No, you can do a voice vote
Okay, voice vote is fine.
for this.
We don't need to do roll call.
But we do need to do a voice vote.
Just got to do a yay or nay. For this action item, you would just have to do yay or nay. You know, yays and nays. So you have a motion to support, correct?
Yes.
So, you can vote.
All in favor?
Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, aye, good, okay. Next, we need a motion to approve the agenda for today.
So moved.
Say your name,
Ryan.
and second.
Second, cease.
Okay, so let you do the roll call for approve, or can we do a group?
You can
Approval
do
of
a
the
group for
agenda
this.
again?
You can do a group for this one. All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, anyone opposed? Okay, and then everyone got a copy of the approval of the minutes from the previous meeting, so I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from April 8th.
So moved.
Moved, Eric.
Eric, is there a second?
Second, Rita.
Rita, any corrections or changes to the minutes? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay. Next, we need the treasurer's report.
Our current balance is $544,789.13. All of the TIF revenues are in for this fiscal year. And I wanted to note on the check disbursement report, the check to Lynch's Metal, that was for the city downtown trash receptacles and benches.
I cannot hear Sue. Anybody else hear Sue? I cannot hear Sue, Mike.
My mic won't come on.
Your mic won't come on?
This one's on.
That one's hot over there.
Okay, our current balance is $544,789.13. All of the TIFA revenues are in for this fiscal year. We're getting ready now for the upcoming summer tax season. And I wanted to make note that on the check disbursement report, Lynch's Metal is for the city of Lowell downtown trash receptacles and benches. And it came in a little bit under budget.
Move for approval. Ryan.
Is there a second?
Second, cease.
Okay. Want to do a roll call on that one, Sue?
Yeah, you probably. No, you can do voice vote on that.
Okay.
On expenditure.
All in favor,
Oh,
say
you're
aye.
right, you're right. Let's do roll call vote. Let's do roll call vote, you're right.
Okay.
Expenditure.
We'll let you do the roll call.
Board Member Reister?
Aye.
Board Member Doyle?
Aye.
Board Member Cease?
Aye.
Board Member Wakeman?
Aye.
Board Member DeVoe?
Aye.
And Chair Reagan.
Aye. Item 5 is public comments for items not on the agenda. Anyone tune in publicly, Mike?
Nope.
So move on to old business. Need an update on the Amity street project?
Good evening, Chairman, Board. Our Amity Street project was bid out through the Kent County offices because of the funding by a community development block grant. The project itself was consisting of removing the existing worn out pavement, repairing the gravel subbase, and then putting the street back together with some curb and gutter work as well as some sidewalk ramp work. Bids were received at the county on May 4th. The low bid was from CL Trucking in Ionia for $326,231, and the high bid was from Fisher Item Excavating in Alto for $474,636. The engineer's estimate when we went out for bid was roughly $500,000. We did have an alternate in the bid for the city to receive the street millage when we tear the street up, but those numbers came in kind of high because we'd have to pay for them, and we decided we have enough on stock right now that we are going to take those at this time. CL Trucking is doing a couple other projects for us here in town, Foreman Street and Jane Ellen, and they're also a subcontractor on the work the county's going to be doing on Alden Ash later this year as well. So they've done work around town here. The project came in with the original budget, or proposed budget of $500 million, of which CDBG was going to pay 50% of that. Well, since the price was cut down, they'll still pay 50% of the overall cost of the project, and then the town or the DDA's portion of 2 blocks is roughly 28.6% of the project, which is those numbers are right.
$93,293.20 for the construction. Their share of the engineering is $10,150.
The talked to Williams and Works. They presented a proposal, scope of services for performing the construction engineering work on the project. That's basically the oversight of the work. That includes contract documentation and construction staking, if any, construction observation of the work, and as well as any construction engineering required to address and resolve issues as they arise, documentation of the work and quantities, pay estimates, etc. Typical construction engineering work. Again, their overall cost not to exceed is $35,500, of which 28.6% through the DDA is $10,150.
Is 50% of that covered by the block grant as well?
So we need a motion to approve a total of $103,443.20.
We got a question on the floor, Jim. 1 second.
We need a motion for that?
No, we got a question, hold on.
No, the construction engineering portion will come out of the street funds for our portion of it.
Yeah, 28.6% of the street funds, or 28.6% the DDA will pay for the engineering, and then the remaining will come out of the local street fund.
Any other questions?
Any questions? Okay, so we need a motion.
I'll move it. Since I used to live
Name?
on
Okay, is there a second?
that road.
DeVoe, second.
Okay, any further questions for Mike or Dave? Or Dan? Okay, we need probably a roll call on that, Sue?
Board Member Reister?
Aye.
Board Member Doyle?
Aye.
Board Member Cease?
Aye.
Board Member Wakeman?
Aye.
Board Member DeVoe?
Aye.
Thank you very much. The work on that street should probably start after the 4th of July sometime.
Okay? Got everyone's vote?
Said yes.
Okay, so we had a motion and a second, and so you did the roll call. So move on to the holiday lights.
Yeah, at our last DDA meeting, we approved a 3-year rental for our holiday lights, but it was asked if we could get better lights. So, since that time, Liz has gotten some quotes, and I'm gonna have her walk through them because she's the one who took them and they're quite confusing.
I went out, I tried to get three bids for you, but successfully got 2. So first of all, I will say that what I did, these lights are just for the trees, they're not for the light poles. We went ahead and accepted that bid, and we're gonna still have our light pole decorations, but this was to give it a little bit more glitz, I think you said. Pizzazz is what Brian said. Yeah, so basically, the 2 quotes we got, one was from Christmas Creations, and the other one was from Absolutely Bright Lights. Bright Lights, Absolutely Bright Lights, we can do the project with them for right around $22,000 for the year, and that's lease. And you lease it like for 3 years, and at the end of 3 years, the lights would be ours. So we're actually purchasing them, you know, over 3 years is how it works on both companies, okay? And it looks like both companies, they bid apple for apple, so it's like something like 32 trees in the downtown area on the left and right side. And you'll take note that our trees are all different sizes, so you're gonna have more lights required for larger trees and that sort of thing. So they're wrapping the tree and then the base of the tree itself. The electric would be run from the light poles. I'm trying to think what else is really important there. But the other bid that came in for half of what Absolutely Bright Lights. So that would run you about $83,000, $8,300 for the first year. And then each year after that, there's a small reduction, not much, 10%, you know, overall. But then you have to realize too that after 3 years, they're gonna have to replace some lights. But most of the lights in both companies are guaranteed for 5 years. And they use the best of the best, according to both companies.
So is this 22,000 a year?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's 50% less with the other company.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what would make the difference. I mean, I would say it's very labor intensive. I don't know, this gentleman, Christmas Creations, he's been doing Sparta for years, and I mean, we could get, you know, we could ask them their thoughts, but I don't know. So that's a huge difference. Huge.
Sparta's the lower bidder.
Yes, I'm just saying this gentleman does Sparta. He's decorated their town for years.
I'm not
Just-
on Sparta here.
Just on, you know, pictures. I think you guys got some,
Yeah,
like,
put some pictures in your
past.
packet.
I haven't been up there to see it either, Brian, so I don't know. Shame on me.
Any questions for Liz?
If we buy the lights that we get in year 1,
Yeah,
right?
that's the way I understand it. At the end of 3 years, those lights would be ours. I mean, you have to sign a 3-year contract in both companies.
Do they replace burned out lights in the first 3 years?
I believe they do. I would
Buy
have to,
replacement lights that are needed in years 4 and 5 from them?
yes, that's how it would work.
Do we know how much replacement lights it's so we go
No, but if you, well, I don't know how much you guys got in your pack, but like for instance, this, on the left side, I'm just trying to, they kind of break it down, the lease, and then there's the labor. But I don't know the price of the
4 and 5, then Dan would have to install them.
No,
No.
no, I don't, I mean, I'm speaking for Dan, but I don't think that was ever the intention for the DPW to do this because they don't have time. I mean, that's how we've always
Yeah,
done our
they don't even have a
business.
lift truck to do it.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, both companies hire or rent a lift to do the work. They don't even own their own, so.
So who would install them in years 4 and 5?
These companies, if you.
These companies.
Sure. Yeah, they want to keep your buildings. And then the other thing that was important too that Mike and I talked about is we don't have any room for storage. So each company stores these lights for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But after the 3 years, they don't.
No, not unless you probably signed another contract and then they probably would. But I didn't ask those questions because I didn't know how serious you wanted to go with that.
How long do they leave them up?
We could have them up like for Christmas through Lowell and then we could keep them up. I think both companies told me we could keep them up as long as we wanted to. I mean, within reason. But they do like to come in and get them down when, you know.
You know, after 3 years, I don't know about the lights that I bought. They're pretty much shot then at that
Right.
point.
This gentleman, Jeff Clark from Christmas Creations, he said the lights are guaranteed for 5 years. So that means that they would be replaced if they were burned out. And I asked him, I said, so at the end of 5 years, are we going to replace them all? And he says, no, that's not likely. But these are, you know, higher grade commercial lights. I will tell you that the lights in front of the chamber, those are commercial lights that Lowell Light Power bought now several years ago. I mean, can you remember? I mean, the DDA, I think, might have helped. No, Lowell Light Power paid for them. But they've been good for a long time, so I don't know. It's hard to know.
You handle them with care.
Yeah. And we wouldn't be handling them. We would leave that up to them. So I just got the quotes. I mean, it'd be beautiful to have it, but.
What's the total again on each?
Well, on Christmas Creations, it sounds like for the first year, it would be right around $8,373. I kind of have an updated one. The things that you guys got sent, I came up with $8,043, but he said he made a little mistake in one of them. And then the other company would be $22,333. I know,
You do?
huge difference.
Yeah, if you were to do this, I mean, being the fact that this would be a next year expenditure and that Amity came in significantly less, there's money available to do it. That being said, I don't, this all seems like a lot of money for me, but I'm good with whatever you want to do.
What's it costing us for the light poles and the others?
I think it was 5,000. Sue, do you have that right there? The contract that we did for the Christmas last,
It
at the
wasn't that
last
much.
meeting?
Oh, in the
It
last
wasn't
meeting?
5,000?
No,
No.
No?
it was like 1,500 maybe.
Oh, no, it had to be more than that. I'm sorry, I don't have that.
$5,032.
Oh,
It's in the minutes.
yeah, it's 5,000.
You have to buy it.
Did have a 32.
So the lowest bid is $8,000 roughly
Yeah,
each year
yeah,
for 3 years.
yes.
So what's it cost to have them install them in years 4 and 5 or beyond? Is there installation without the cost of the lights?
Good question. I would have to go back to the drawing board for that one. I didn't ask that.
Do we have time to sort of refine this a little bit more?
So, yeah, I think so. Now this gentleman, he wants to get his lights ordered, and as you know, the supply chain with everybody is not good right now. So he wanted to go out and order those lights. The other company they didn't seem to say anything, but I would assume if we're gonna go with them, you'd probably want to go with a less expensive one, right?
Did you say the lesser expensive one are the ones that do Sparta?
Yes,
Okay, and they've been doing Sparta for a while?
yes.
Any other cities you know
He did tell me, I'm sorry, Rick, I can't answer that question.
of? Well, it's a chunk of money,
Yes,
and,
I more or
I
less.
mean, I'm all for glitzing up town. I mean,
Right.
absolutely. Just,
It is a lot of money. I like I said, I don't know where I sit with it. I mean, you know, I just went out and got bids for you, that's all.
We can go back and ask them if you want.
Yeah,
We can bring it back, we have a meeting next month, and we can bring it back.
well, that's what I'm wondering, if we have time, I mean, it's only May,
Yeah.
and I know there's the potential supply problem, but still, it's only May.
Right.
yeah.
How does this look compared to if you got the light poles and this together? Is that gonna clash, with the styles?
I don't think so. I mean, these are all white lights, and I did ask for white lights. I know, I believe this company does white or red. And in some of his decorations, they showed a red and white tree, which I wasn't very fond of, but that's my opinion, again. I would go white because I think it wouldn't clash with other stuff that's already up.
Sue had a suggestion,
Yeah.
as far as Rockford.
I just think their downtown looks pretty.
Do they do white
leave the white
lights? They leave them up all
I want
year?
to say through like February, right, Susie?
Quite a while,
Yeah.
Okay.
Turn green for St. Patrick's.
Yeah.
I think, you know, the thing that bothers me the most about our downtown is the fact that there's so many different sizes of trees.
Right.
And some of our trees are huge. And some of them are just like this tall. And that seems odd, but man, I'm sure it will look really pretty if we did it. So I can go back and ask. I think with him, he was worried about, I need to order lights if you want me to do this job this year. And again, I'm just bringing you the quotes.
My feeling is I'd rather have this than the ones on the poles. And I'd rather spend $8,000 and not the other 5, but we've already spent the 5.
Right.
So if year one looks like they clash and they don't go together, then we don't have to redo the other.
True, you don't.
The 5 is just the 1 year.
Well, it's a 1 year for 3 years, but yes, option to renew annually.
Yeah. We wouldn't have to renew.
Right. You could do that.
I don't think it's gonna clash, but
Well, just in case.
yeah, I think it'll look nice. Any other questions for me? Nope, okay.
So you want to table and bring it back next month?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
So can we table this and then we'll talk about it again at the next meeting?
I say yes.
Yeah.
Can if you want.
Yeah. Okay, and then, but if we can get some more information and kind of compare it to,
Other references? Cities that, wherever else they do it?
I'd like some pictures that didn't blow so much, if you could actually
okay?
see it. Is that,
I can, well, sorry. I can send you the link to his website so you can see what they've done, if that, you know. And if you wanted, I mean, if you're leaning towards Jeff, he is more than happy to come in and talk with you guys. I could have, I mean, I probably should have had him here today, but he's more than willing to do that if you'd like to chat with him more. Yeah?
I don't
I know.
think that's necessary.
Okay, okay.
That would just,
No, just so we can see some.
Some pictures, okay. We'll look up the website, that's the best I can do unless he has any more. And then you wanted some references?
some additional references other than just Sparta,
Okay, from that company or?
that company.
That-
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
yep.
I don't think we're interested in the $22,000.
No, it seems quite high.
When they give you a quote compared to the 8, they're telling you they don't want the business.
Yeah, it's possible.
So I would get all your references on it.
Okay, will do.
Yep. Next.
Jim, you ready for the next item?
Yeah, the Showboat Brick project then?
Yep. Okay, we went out and sought 3 quotes to install the bricks for the Showboat Brick Donation Project. We have received responses from 2 of the entities we sought quotes from. We asked them to install bricks in a 40-foot long and 10-foot wide area. The following are the quotes from the bidders. $10,240.01 from Terra Verde here in Lowell, and $19,812 from Caterberg, Verhage in Grand Rapids. The one item not quoted by either entity is the cost to fit the foundation of the ramps coming from the Showboat into the brick area, along with placing bricks around the ramp. We are awaiting pricing on this. However, if it's in my spending authority of $5,000, I will go ahead and approve that administratively. I should mention we budgeted $25,000 for this project. This work would be after, actually that doesn't apply, your budget was approved last night. I recommend the Lowell Downtown Development Authority approve for Terra Verde to complete the Showboat Donation Brick Project at a cost not to exceed $10,240.01. Anything else, Liz? Because you guys are the ones, you and Dan are the ones who met with them.
No.
Is there a motion?
So move, Brian.
Second, yes.
Okay. Need a vote on that, Sue?
Yes. Board Member Reister?
Aye.
Board Member Doyle?
Aye.
Board Member Cease?
Aye.
Board Member Wakeman?
Aye.
Board Member DeVoe?
Aye.
Board Member Davis? Aye. And Chair Reagan?
Aye. Okay, and then, new business, anybody for new business they wanted to bring up? Or Mike, you have any new business?
I do not.
And then, reports and member comments?
I don't have anything to add.
Okay, the only thing I'll maybe ask is if we're gonna have a meeting in, maybe in June, is that possibly could be, at the City Hall then? Or don't you know quite yet?
We can meet at City Hall. We still have the option to do virtual, or what we're doing is, until June 30th, we're doing all meetings as virtual and in person. So, the City Council's been meeting in person, but we're still providing a Zoom option so people can watch it if they so choose, or participate if they don't want to be in person.
Okay. Anybody else, member comments, board members?
Joe Lynch, he had come to the store, this was quite some time ago, and introduced himself. And he is the one that made the benches and the trash containers. And I sent him an email and I said he did a phenomenal job.
He did.
He is a great person,
He did.
so,
We probably gonna pick up a couple more bunk benches and trash cans, but we thought he did an excellent job.
yeah, he's a good person. That's it.
Any other member comments? If not, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn, and so we need a motion.
So moved, Eric.
Eric, okay, is there a second?
Second, Julie.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor, we can just vote, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed can stay here. Okay,
Where?
okay, have a good week and see you next month.
Down in June.
Hopefully,